I'm Dr. Gail Dubinsky, orthopedic medicine and yoga instructor in Sebastopol, Northern California. Today's yoga sequence is yoga for those who sit too much. And anyone that's working from home or doing a lot of Zoom classes or workshops is sitting too much for too long and not taking enough breaks. So my advice to you is to first of all, get out of your chair. At a regular interval, you may have to set a timer for yourself. But I can also tell you that a great way to take a break that doesn't even involve changing your clothes or getting on the floor is to take a little mini yoga break that will really help your body and mind get back to their peak condition and performance. So the first thing we're going to do is just a little bit of hip opening, and I would say that we're going to do this whole sequence with our feet about 3 feet apart. So let's just start moving our hips in a circle, and you're just going to keep them facing forward. And since we are focusing this little sequence on the low back, we're going to be mostly moving the hips and not so much the shoulders. So I like to inhale as I come forward, exhale as I go back, or you can do the opposite. Just keep the breathing going. One half of the circle is inhaling, one half of the circle is exhaling. And let's change directions. So you might feel a little bit of grinding and popping and crackling, and notice that one side might be tighter than the other, and just note that. Okay, we are going to employ our chair for our yoga sequence. So the first thing we're going to do is a cat-cow or spinal flex on the chair. So have your feet about 3 feet apart, and your hands are on the chair. You can bend your knees a little bit. In fact, that does make it easier for us to do the spinal movement because the hips are going to be going up and down on the legs. So as we inhale, we're going to lift the chest, drop the belly, and roll your sit bones back, shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the tail, lift the belly, round the back a little bit, but you don't want to do too much in this movement because that's what we're doing in a chair. So you really want to emphasize the arching inhalation movement, and the exhalation will just be a little counter pose. Let your knees sink down a little bit so you can really rotate those hips and pelvis on the thighs. Strong exhale. Nice inhale through the nose. So we'll flex our spine, get out of that rigid position. We've been sitting in the chair. Okay, and then we're going to do my favorite downward dog pose on the chair. So you can move your chair. If you have a rolling chair, it's nice. You can walk back and or push your chair forward. And again, you can let your knees bend. The main thing is to get one nice long line between the hands and the hips, and you can let your head drop down between your arms. Breathing, and then you'll find sometimes that with your legs wider, you actually can straighten your legs. You have more flexibility with the legs a little wider. So whatever works for you, knees straight, knees bent, or somewhere in between. Really getting the length. This is an all-in-one pose. You're stretching your legs, you're activating your legs, you're stretching your shoulders, you're stretching your back. Okay to come up. Gonna bend the knees, come up and walk forward, or pull the chair in, whatever works for you. And then we'll try a spinal twist. So we're going to take a breath in, as we always do to begin a spinal twist. And exhale, we're going to turn to the side and make sure you drop the hip that you're turning away from. You're going to turn to the side and roll your belly, ribs, and chest up. And then come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, turn to the other side, drop that hip. And then we can also reverse the breath. So let's take an inhale to the side, and this time let's take the arm up. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And now this time, whatever breath and whatever arm position works for you. And then to come back, we're just going to relax and put our head on the chair in sort of a chair child's pose. Again, you can let the knees relax. You can straighten them, however the height of the chair works for you. The main thing is to just really take a break. Let that third eye point of your forehead really contact your chair. Relaxing, letting your body absorb the benefits of everything we've done so far. And now to come up, we're going to do a little strength move that will also be a familiar move for those of us that sometimes, women especially, have to employ in the great outdoors. It's a great strength move and a great hip and back opener. So we're going to take our legs, turn our feet a little bit out, take the feet a little bit wider. We're going to bend down, knees over the center toes, lean forward, put below your elbows, above the knees, and roll them out a little bit. And just sit down. So this is air chair. You can do a little twist in this position. You can twist. This is more just of a chest and shoulder twist. Do a little bit of twist to one side. Come back to center. Breathing to the other side. Come back to center. Your thighs may be shaking a little bit now. Let's do one more time. Twist, center, twist, center. Okay, so let's go ahead and slowly come on up. Use the hands. And hopefully you are taking breaks of at least 5 minutes, an hour when you're sitting. And your back and your mind will thank you. Namaste. For more yoga, please visit the Yoga Pearls and other yoga clips on my YouTube channel and my website rxyoga.com for my DVDs, RSI, RX Yoga, and Yoga for Gardeners, where there's longer sequences. Thank you so much. Namaste.